Hey everybody, it is February 25th. I'm Aaron Norris, and is the National Association of Realtors falsifying data? MERS wins, sort of, and 4 government foreclosure rescue programs may be up on the chopping block. All this week on the Norris Group's Real Estate Headline Roundup in 2. Let's get first to the numbers. The Federal Housing Finance Agency reported that prices fell 4% year over year in the fourth quarter. That's the 13th consecutive year over year drop. RealtyTrack expects a 20% increase in foreclosure filings for 2011, creating a new peak in the current real estate bust. And FHA's REO inventory is up 47% from a year ago, which totals $9.1 billion. This does not include the 600,000 delinquent FHA loans. With Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, the government now holds some 360,000 properties. MERS wins in California's Gomez versus Countrywide. This is the latest win from judges siding with MERS and the rights to foreclose on behalf of its members. No worries, the attorney representing Gomez plans on appealing and bringing this before the California Supreme Court. It's California. What would you expect? And this is one of the juiciest stories in a while. The National Association of Realtors is called out by CoreLogic for inflating sales numbers as far back as 2006. CoreLogic says the National Association of Realtors uses old census data when calculating its numbers, which could explain why they might be off as much as 15 to 20%. Is this CoreLogic's way of replacing NAR as the go-to source for info, or a real explanation why such different numbers come out from additional national data organizations? If this is true, it may help mildly validate David Luray, of course the former economist for the National Association of Realtors, laid off in 2007, which has also accused the National Association of Realtors of pressuring him to issue optimistic forecasts. We'll have to keep an eye out on that one. Last week we reported on the Fed investigation of lenders, and we followed this up by reminding you that there's actually 2 going on, the other one with the 50 states attorneys general. Obama is now getting into the mix and wants both groups to participate in a joint settlement, which would indeed speed up the process. And of course, as part of the settlement, he wants $20 billion in civil fines to fund a program aimed at helping troubled borrowers. In the mix is more talk of principal forgiveness, and this is really interesting when you consider the next story. The U.S. House Republicans seek to end taxpayer-funded foreclosure aid programs. The House Financial Services Committee will consider bills next week that might eliminate 4 programs, including HAMP. HAMP seems to be the target, as it's way off of its goal of helping 3 to 4 million originally hoped for in the program. It is well known that borrowers are falling out of the program faster than they are joining. Also up on the chopping block is the Federal Housing Authority Refinance Program, funding for the Emergency Homeowners Relief Program, and the popular Neighborhood Stabilization Program. And finally, it's payback time for the first-time tax credit in 2008. This year starts the payback for those that bought a house in 2008 and took advantage of the $7,500 tax credit. However, many are confused because in 2009 and 2010, it turned into a credit that didn't have to be paid back. In 2008, it was structured as an interest-free loan to be paid back over 15 years, which starts this year. Sorry for all you CPAs out there, because I have a feeling you're going to get yelled at a little bit. That's it for this week. Of course, a lot more news on our blog at thenorrisgroup.com/blog. Up on the radio show this week is a second show with Ben Gay III, the sales genius. March 4th, we'll be in Murrieta speaking at the Young Professionals Network. March 17th, we're up in Northern California. See, we do go to Northern California. We'll be at the Northern California Real Estate Investors Association with David Granzella. And the 19th, Bruce is teaching the advanced investing skills and strategies for the first time up in Sacramento. More information on that on our website, thenorrisgroup.com, along with information about hard money loans. And for trustee investment information, check out tngtrusteeds.com. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next week.